are going to be reporting about eating disorders. So next, please. Okay, so first are the definition of eating disorders. So eating disorders are a range of psychological conditions that cause unhealthy eating habits to develop. They might start with an obsession with food, body weight, or body shape. In severe cases, eating disorders can cause serious health consequences and may even result in death if left untreated. Those with eating disorders can have a variety of symptoms, however, most include the severe restriction of food binges, or purging behaviors like vomiting or overexercising. The most common eating disorders are anorexia nervosa, bulimia nervosa, and binge eating disorder. So basically, eating disorders are, according to the definition itself, it has to do with unhealthy eating habits, like not simply unhealthy eating habits, but like severe unhealthy eating habits wherein ang tao or ang person kay mag-obsess with the way they look. So they will what they will do para ma-control nila ang obsession, like feel nila nga tambo kay sila, like danaw nila sa samin or something like that, they will restrict their eating. So mostly they try to have severe calorie deficits. Like for example, normally if a person is like recommended nga they will be having 1,200 calories so siguro I think normally per day. So yeah, ilahang buhaton kay para ma-lose ang weight, of course, is to kanang go underneath that. So probably today mga 800 calories lang, and then mag-obsess sila, like sige sila ihap, sige sila count pila ka calories ang ilang makaon, like ila dyan na i-take note. For example, a chocolate bar with 140 calories, sila na ilista, then ilan na i-summarize at the end of the day or total, and then ilan na i-workout. So basically, workout sila for jogging for 30 minutes, and then jogging for 30 minutes would probably burn around 300 calories. So until ma-burn off ng latanan, so basically, they will eat very little and then work it out in the end. So that's a short summary pa lang, especially anorexia nervosa. Next, please. So the original history is first anorexia and bulimia escalated in the 1970s and 1980s. So, while most scholars will point to cultural pressures for thinness, increasing depression, and obsessive compulsive behavior, and increased dieting behaviors as precipitants for eating disorders, it is impossible to ignore the fact that the 1970s and 80s is when the rates of obesity in the United States began to increase at an unprecedented rate, and low-fat eating began its popular progression through the mainstream. All eating disorders remain relatively rare. Anorexia nervosa remains the most deadly of all psychiatric disorders, with a 5 to 10% death rate within 10 years of developing symptoms, and 18 to 20% death rate within 20 years. Anorexia is endemic in the fashion industry, to the point where models are now being airbrushed to add curves. So, basically, the statistics that are presented here are from the United States, since there is very little, study that I am aware of regarding anorexia and other eating disorders in the Philippines. I think there was one celebrity, dili kayo known, who was diagnosed with anorexia, and then I think she got help and then was recovered. Pero basically, you can see eating disorders that are very common in the modeling industry. Okay, they have certain very specific beauty standards. They have to be tall, thin, very slim, and blah 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 to look good for photos and such. So models are always under the pressure of losing weight. Some models manggani kay kanang when they are on the runway, kay they will eat cotton to fill their stomach so that dili sila makakaon og pagkaon, but at the same time they will not feel hungry. So ilang buhaton kay mukaon sila og cotton. I think if you've seen Beyonce's kanang one music video about like you will see a model nga nikaon siya og kanang cotton para dili siya gutomon well mo paso. So next please. So one, we have anorexia nervosa. People with anorexia nervosa may limit their food intake or compensate for it through various purging behaviors. They have an intense fear of gaining weight even when severely underweight. It generally develops during adolescence or young adulthood and tends to affect more women than men. Common symptoms of anorexia nervosa include being considerably underweight compared with people of similar age and height, very restricted eating patterns, intense fear of gaining weight or persistent behaviors to avoid gaining weight despite being underweight, a relentless pursuit of thinness and a willingness to maintain a healthy weight, a heavy influence of body weight or perceived body shape on self-esteem, a distorted body image including denial or being seriously underweight. So basically, they are so afraid to gain weight or to be considered fat. Mostly also with people with diagnosed with anorexia nervosa also have body dysmorphia. So they see themselves in the mirror and then even though they are ridiculously thin, like severely underweight, their BMI is below the normal range, they will still see themselves as grabe katambok, and then they see themselves as a side view. That's when it triggers them that lot ako kay ko dako na koy bilbil or something like that, and then ma-trigger sila if dili sila kagitag protruding yung bones, like for example is kita silang hip bones, feel nila tambok na kay sila nana, and then they are so afraid to eat. So if mukhang sila gamay, again, they will work out and then they require help, and mostly kanang if they are going to be kanang to gani ma-admit gani sila nana sa US, like if you are diagnosed with anorexia, ipadala ka kanang home para you will be able to get psychological help. Ilang buhaton kay if tagana sila food kay ipakanon man jud sila ang uban kay force feed panon sila sa ilang buhaton kay natay movie about ana nga kana yung gibuhat kay iyang gani giguba gani ang wall nya didto niya gipangyabutanan nga pagkaon niya hatod niya until such time nga naibaw-an sa katong mga doctors, then mo to gikon siya tube kanang wherein didto ipaagi ang pagkaon niya kay very malnourished siya, and then hapit niya siya mamatay sa iyang kadaot. Next please.
Siya na lang. Ako'y kung makabaas, wala siya katong doktor nga babae nga kung yung ingon is maka-cure siya mga illnesses dayon dili lang niya pakanon, then more on sa most of her patient kay itong niwang niya namatay na kung sa niwang.
Unsa na yung story? Buhay mo na.
Dili, wala siya katong rag doctor siya bang nakpiso gito siya kay na siya katong mga like katong sa pul kung na siya sakit kay murag naiuban ba nga mo prove nga basta na siya illness kay wan siya dito nga murag masyag balay nga adto siya murag doctor dito nga babae dayon kanang ang iyang way sa iyang pag-treat sa kanang mga naisakit is iyang di pakanon niya dito na to siya nabalaan sa investigations nga more or kanang sa iyang patients kay wala din niya pakana dayon kanang nangamatay na lang ana ba.
Ambot sir, basin ko lahi man ang anorexia kay kuan man siya kanang ikaw mismo jud ba sakit sa siya sa utok. Okay ba na yun?
Nasa uban nga naman sa to kay katong nakita nako kay dili siya mukaon ba kay kana lagi merg na obsessed sila nga dapat niwang sila, then merg feel na sila sakit is adto sila para niya dem organahan sa sila nga di sila pakanon kay para nila kay ma-cure daw ilang illness. Oo nga na.
Okay.
Then namatay din. Oo. Sige, thank you.
Thanks you. So these are kanang sample photos of people diagnosed with anorexia nervosa. So usually you will find these types of people in the modeling industry. So here we have bulimia nervosa. So it is another well-known eating disorder. People with bulimia nervosa eat large amounts of food in short periods of time, then purge. They fear gaining weight despite being at a normal weight. Individuals with bulimia then attempt to purge to compensate for the calories consumed and relieve gut discomfort. Common purging behaviors include forced vomiting, fasting, laxatives, diuretics, enemas, and excessive exercise. Common symptoms include recurrent episodes of binge eating with a feeling of lack of control, recurrent episodes of inappropriate purging behaviors to prevent weight gain, a self-esteem overly influenced by body shape and weight, and a fear of gaining weight despite having a normal weight. So, something in common they have with anorexia is that they both fear of gaining weight like extremely so nga. To compare ang difference sa anorexia nervosa and bulimia kay ganang after they eat a lot, like mag-binge sila ang sulaghan, and afterwards they will feel super guilty about eating. Ilan na isuka. So there are ways nga ilan ang waton kay using the back of the kana ganing pointy end sa toothbrush, sila ikulkog sa throat para ma-trigger gag reflex para masuka to tanan ng kinaon. And then also ma-exercise, but most common is ila dyan na isuka, like purge or using the fingers and something like that. So usually kanang people with bulimia nervosa kay if isuka mo gud naman pagkaon, di man na tanan masuka. So nani sobra. So basically they will be able to stay at a normal weight, pero mo lagi ka nang if ever they eat, they will feel guilty ila na isuka. For anorexia kay grabe lang dyan ang calorie deficit, and then sige sila workout kay they want to stay at a very unhealthy weight. So next please. Next, Elaine. Okay, so muna siya example, well, kusugis sila nagkaon, then afterwards sila nang gulgugol para musuka. Same with anorexic, tanong na sa amin kaya pila dako kay sila, but they're actually at a normal weight. So next please.
Wait lang ha, something's wrong with my laptop.
Okay. Here we have next binge eating disorder. So people with binge eating disorder regularly and uncontrollably consume large amounts of food in short periods of time. Unlike people with other eating disorders, they do not purge. So it typically begins during adolescence and early adulthood, although it can develop later on. Common symptoms include eating large amounts of foods rapidly, feeling a lack of control during episodes, feeling of distress, shame, disgust, or guilt, and no use of purging behaviors. So they will basically if people with binge eating disorder usually are under extreme amounts of stress. So ilang buhaton to compensate for that stress, like they binge eat. So people with binge eating disorder, they eat a lot of food, like usually around 3,000 to 6,000 calories in one sitting. Yeah, imagine the amount of food that would be kanang. Unlike in bulimia, binge eating disorder does not dili sila musuka. So basically they just eat and eat a lot. So usually people with binge eating disorder become severely overweight or dako kay sila. By the way, I forgot to mention anorexia and bulimia, people diagnosed with those nana sila website like called Inspiration. Basically thin inspiration. So they post their very thin people from various industries like modeling industry or mga celebrities nga daot kayo niya. Muna ilang mga inspiration, muna ilang mga drive or motivation nga dapat daot jud sila. Muna lang body goals, dana nga term. Muna lang goal weight na. And then every week ilan ang i-weigh ilang gagalingon. Like mag-workout sila. And then every week kailangan sila goal weight nga dapat i-achieve. So ilang buhaton kay of course magsige sila calorie deficit, sige sila workout para ma-reach nila ang ilang goal weight until ang ilang goal weight kay very very low for their height, for example. So usually with kanang sa America kay mga tagas man na sila no, the mom dyan na ilang jeans nya ilang goal weight kay below 100 pounds dyan, usually 91 pounds 89 pounds na. Yeah, very sickly na jud ka na if makaabot kag below 90 pounds, like literally bones and skin na lang jud ka na niya. If di pa ka mo mamatay na jud ka. So next please. So those are just samples of people with, so mars lang magmukbang no, pero actually sakit na jud na siya kay dili jud na mo control na kagalingon. Like kanang magmukbang ta kay kaon ra tana niya niguman kay wala ra pero ila kay si balik-balik dyan na, like na sige na dyan sila kaon. Next please. Next we have pica. So pica is a eating disorder that involves eating things that are not considered food. So basically kanang makita mo ng unsa man sa TLC wala na nga kanang strange obsession ambot nalimot ko basta people with pica they eat food that are not considered edible. So chalk, nails nga na, like anything kana basta dili pagkaon wala nang kanon, and then sakit na sad na siya. It's not normal because we don't eat inedible food. So next please. No, muna siya example kanang lalaki on the lower left kay kanang he's eating a brick. Miss, they eat stones kana nagkaon og chalk ana. Yeah, that is very dangerous kay di ba maka-digest ang atong lawas ang mga pagkaon. So usually for example if metals kay kalibang na nila kay dili ba na ma-digest ang lawas, and what if dako kayo kay it can lead to infections. Oh, miss na napay ka. Like I think kailan mo ng tarare or tarar? I think in the 1700s. He eats everything. Oh, si Miss ka na siya, Miss. He eats everything, like anything, rats, and like grabe man yung appetite, dili jud kanang dili tawag ani sated ba. So kanon niya anything, literally anything. So next please. Next Elaine. Oh, may sadlok siya kayo. Okay, so next we have rumination disorder. So it can affect people at all stages of life. People with the condition generally regurgitate the food they recently swallowed. When they chew it again, they either swallow it or spit it out. This disorder can develop during infancy, childhood, or adulthood. In infants, it tends to develop between 3 to 12 months of age and often disappears on its own. Children and adults with the condition usually require therapy to resolve it. So basically, weird kayo siya nga disorder kay usapon ang pagkaon iton ibalik ka sa dilag luwa nya kanang usapon na sa nila balik is dogs nya usually kanang mga bata kay anak kanang weird sa mga bata kay they tend to always experiment with their food, so kanang ilan nang isuka nya ari na sa baba is chew na sila ilan sa iton balik nya. Adults with this disorder may restrict the amount of food they eat, especially in public. They may lead to lose weight and become overweight. So adults nga naa ng rumination disorder kay they become self-conscious about their eating habits kay ila ba nang hugawan ito. Ila nang usapon and then so basically di ba na normal, so ang mga tao nga nasa palibot makita ano yun ang giusap na sa balik na so balik ang pagkaon, so they become self-conscious ya dili na hinto sa di na sila mukaon kay balik more may ilang habit sige ngunan. So next please. Lah, nawa si Elaine. Miss, pwede ako na i-present?
Okay, go ahead.
Wait. Ay, okay na, Elaine? Dugi mo, open akong PowerPoint. Okay na?
Okay na siya.
Okay, sige. So next we have, sorry, saba kayo ang air conditioner na nako, saba kayo. So avoidant restrictive food intake disorder. So ARFID is an eating disorder that causes people to undereat. This is either due to a lack of interest in food or intense distaste for how certain foods look, smell, or taste. So usually, the common symptoms avoid or restrict food intake that prevents the person from eating sufficient calories or nutrients. Eating habits interfere with normal social functions such as eating with others, weight loss, or poor development for age and height, nutrients deficiencies, or dependence on supplements for tube feeding. So usually, ang normally we will understand this as picky eating, pero normal man na siya good kay kanang namji uban ni himilian sa kinaon, especially children, so they're just labeled as picky eaters. However, this one is a severe form of picky eating. Basically kanang di jud sila mukaon kay dili sila ganahan sa look, sa smell or taste. Ila ra nang i-imagine di na sila ganahan mukaon, di jud sila mukaon, ila nang i-restrict. Like for example, they think cake is kanang gross or severely fattening, so di na siya nila kanon, ila dyan na i-restrict. Like ilang viewpoint anang of certain food kay gross or very kanang fattening nana niya. So ilang buhaton kailan i-cut out silang diet, although not necessarily cake is unhealthy, but all kanang unhealthy raman jud ang pagkaon if pasubraan nimo, but ilaha kay mo na jud na ilahang like fixed na ilahang pananaw na lang pagkaon na ba. So that is considered disorder when ma-interfere na sa ilahang overall health, like grabe na jud lang restricting ilahang pagka ilang nutrient deficiency nana. So mo na siya ang RFID. So next please. So yeah, na example like di ko na, but ila kay this disorder na kay it's a severe form and they're losing weight. So next please. So these are other uncommon eating disorders. We have purging disorders. Individuals with purging disorder often use purging behaviors such as vomiting, laxatives, diuretics, or excessive exercising to control their weight or shape. However, they do not binge. So basically kanang they do not binge till di sila mo kaog daghan, kaon is like normal, pero ilang mo i-burn off or ilang i-remove silang lawas through laxatives kanang like ganing si tawagan ng tea nga kanang biofit na baron nga makalibang sila the next day to get rid of the food na, or they will vomit, so like bulimia na ilay suka, pero in bulimia ila mukaon sila mag-binge ilay suka. Sa purging disorder dili sila mag-binge, ila ra na isuka kay they're afraid nga mo dako lagi sila. So night eating syndrome, individuals with this syndrome frequently eat excessively often after awakening from sleep. So maybe mga na sa siguro ta makamata ta sa inig kadlawon baro niya gila na tam kaon mo ra pero disorder na siya, joke ra to ko. But another one is other specified feeding or eating disorders. So OSFED, while not found at DSM-5, this includes any other conditions that have symptoms similar to those of an eating disorder but don't fit into any of the categories above. So you will be diagnosed OSFED if none of your symptoms fit sa katong mga gipang mention nga common disorders. Next please. So these are the common causes usually that will lead to eating disorders. There is actually very little study with regards to the causes of why one would have an eating disorder. Like wala dyan siya specific answer unlike other disorders. So first is probably you will through genetics and brain biology. So certain people may have genes that increase their risk of developing eating disorders. Twin adoption studies involved in separate birth and adopted by different families provide some evidence that eating disorders may be hereditary. So actually there is I think one documentary about kanang Hollywood kids, like ilang parents for example kay like famous Hollywood stars. Usually ang mga children sa nila maka-develop sa og the same eating disorder. Usually ma-find na in their family history. So for example, if the parent is or was anorexic at some point in their life, the child, especially kanang mga babae, very common to the peer pressure, dapat daot, skinny and such, they will also develop the same eating disorder. Next please. So another one is a personality trait. So in particular, neuroticism, perfectionism, and impulsivity are three personality traits often linked to a higher risk of developing eating disorder. So for example, if a person is very perfectionist, for example, usually non-perfectionist people often develop anorexia nervosa because anorexia nervosa really develops a person's sense of control. Like feel na just like control silang kinabuhi kay makontrol nilang kinaon, makontrol nilang weight. So muna na siya, usually they develop anorexia or an eating disorder. Next please. Next, Day.
Wait lang ha. Next na ako.
Okay, Roy, kalma. So next we have cultural ideas. So kani usually mo diri jud mo mahugta ng ED. Other potential causes include perceived pressures to be thin, cultural preferences for thinness, and exposure to media promoting such ideals. In fact, certain eating disorders appear to be mostly nice within cultures that haven't been exposed to Western ideals of thinness. So, for example, compared to like our media is very exposed to the Western ideals of beauty. We have a very specific beauty standard. So, sa Philippines alone, we have Eurocentric kanang beauty standard. For example, dapat puti, taas, daot, taas, og ilong, nana, and such. Like, muna siya sa tua. But, di ba, if for example, mo deviate ka, nagamay ng beauty standard, like, nakuon ka, chubby ka, you are going to be made fun of, and that is considered normal. However, that's not normal because tungod ana nga kanang binuangan ka or ibuli ka based on your personal appearance, di ka makadevelop og kanang yung self-esteem mo down, and then possibly ma-expose ka nga maka-eating disorder. Like for example, katong ni trend nga katong si Loisa Andalyo and the way and her diet katong one egg something.
Egg diet.
Oh yeah, kana. Dagan kay teenagers nga ningon nga monono day right. Come she's very thin. She used to be chubby and then she's now very thin. Nya is la di na kumukaon. Ang nila that is very harmful because she's an influence a celebrity day. And then of course ma-pressure din and mo-follow din tanan like especially teenagers dali ra jud kayo na sila ma-influence. So I think a great thing about 2020 is that we're normalizing normal bodies. Like it's okay nga na kay bilbil, it's okay nga na kay dark spots sa lawas, it's okay and everything like that. So nana na siya. So but still, even though masige tag-push ang agenda nga it's okay nga, it's normal nga chubby, it's normal like kuan gihapon, we still put thin people in a pedestal. If daw ang tao, they're generally just considered to be more physically appealing ano ba. Yes, Miss Tino, it's okay to be chubby, basta healthy lang jud and then control what you're eating. So next is psychological and emotional health. People with eating disorders may have psychological and emotional problems that contribute to the disorder. They may have low self-esteem, perfectionism, impulsive behavior, and troubled relationships. So basically, if insecure kay ka, yeah, that's usually when you will develop eating disorders. They're just this one cause is connected to cultural ideas, of course. So, mo na ba na last? Sunod kay si... Okay, so... Charles? Okay.
Yes, thank you, Mary. Makaginawa na ka. Now, let's proceed to international celebrities. Now, class, even though even international celebs has their own problems, one is Demi Lovato has become an official spokesperson for young women with eating disorders since being treated for bulimia and anorexia in 2010. She once said in an interview, "I lived fast and I was going to die young. I didn't think I would make it to 21." The outspoken role model is focusing on her overall health and fitness as part of recovery process. She also uses her fitness routine to help manage bipolar disorder. Next, please. Now, even Lady Gaga in 2012, Lady Gaga revealed in her site Little Monsters that she struggled with anorexia and bulimia since the age of 15. She posted about her cycles of weight gain and loss and shared photos. Her Born This Way Foundation connects young people with resources to help with body image, bullying, drug and alcohol issues, and more. The nonprofit exists to let struggling teens know that they're not alone, to help create a more compassionate world. She continues to encourage anyone struggling with body image, saying, "It's really hard, but you have to talk to somebody about it." Now, class, even international celebs has their own imperfections. Now, we humans, we should embrace our flaws, and accept it. Okay. Now, Diana, Princess of Wales. Lah, gabi bisag ko princess ni siya ha, nahigap siya self-esteem. Now, Princess Diana spoke publicly about her issues with bulimia and self-mutilation. in 1994. In her public speech, she said, "I am certain the ultimate solution lies within the individual. But with the help and patient nurturing given by professionals, family, and friends, people suffering eating disorder can find a better way of coping with their lives." Her brave speech regarding her eating disorder and personal struggles gave many people the encourage to start talking about their own eating disorders. Princess Diana fought to increase understanding about bulimia and helped bring public awareness to eating disorders. Next, please. Now, my favorite celeb, Taylor Swift. Now, Swift said that in her Netflix documentary, Miss Americana, that she struggled with an eating disorder throughout her very successful career. Um, my relationship with food was exactly same psychological that I applied to everything else in my life. If I was given a pat on the head, I registered that as good. If I was given a punishment, I registered that as bad, Swift said. This mentally paired with public scrutiny led her to restrict food. And plus, I have my own source here that she admits that there have been times in the past when she has seen a picture of her where I feel like marg na conscious is iyang kuan, dako do yung tiyan, something like that. Now, Swift didn't realize at that time that she was not meant to feel fatigue after performing. I thought that I was supposed to feel like I was going to pass out at the end of the show or in the middle of it. Now I realize, no, if you eat food, have energy, get stronger, you can do all these shows. And in other words, eat healthy. Okay? Now Elton John. Elton John Elton John has a tumultuous history of alcoholism, drug abuse, and bulimia. He underwent a treatment program for drug addiction and bulimia. For many years, it was difficult for him to acknowledge that he even had a problem. But as he told Larry King, Larry King is an American TV host class, and now as soon as I said those words, I need help. I knew that I was going to get better, and I was determined to get better. He also spoke yet about how much it helped to know that his close friend, Princess Diana, struggled with bulimia as well. Since then, he has embraced his body, sexual identity, and life. He now focuses attention on his family and humanitarian work through the Elton John Age Foundation. Now, class, as what Mary said, di ba nga, most nga ani nga sakit kay usually women. Now let's proceed to treatment strategies. So basically it's Elaine's turn, right?
Yep. So
Okay.
Thank you, Charles. I'm going to report about treatment strategies. So first is ideally, treatment addresses physical and psychological aspect of eating disorder. People with eating disorder often do not recognize or admit that they are ill, may strongly resist treatment, or treatment may be long-term. So ED are very complex, and because of this, several health practitioners may be involved, and general practitioners like physician, dietitian, psychologists, psychiatrists, or counselors. Depending on the severity of eating disorder, is usually treated in outpatient setting, individual, family, or group therapy, and then inpatient or hospital setting for more extreme cases like mas grabe na kay cases on eating disorder. So next, it's the teaching strategies. So first is develop a positive and warm rapport with the student. So second is avoid making comments on body image or appearance, as this could be taken in a wrong way. This is true. I had experienced this before when I was in high school. So I was so fat before, so I was binge eating. And then whenever a person or like classmate told me na like I am so tambok, like maghuna-huna na jud kog bad about myself. So that's it. So you should be positive with your friends in singing compliments dapat. So next, it's normalize healthy eating as it comes up in classroom discussions. So like you should like high school years dapat buit na jud ko mag-healthy so that you wouldn't feel insecure when you grow up. So next, it's be frequent contact with parents or enlist of school supports like child and youth worker or social worker or counselors. So next is be flexible with work completion and memory, which can negatively impacted by restricted food starvation. So next, it's be aware of increased risk-taking behaviors and report to parents and school team. Next, it's in a private setting, discuss your concerns with the students in a supportive and non-punitive way. Ask the students for ways you can help. So next is consider developing an IEP alternative program plan and set goals with a student and an IEP team. So next would be consider the development of IEP transition plan to reduce stress. So next, it's eating disorder common assistive technologies. Mostly, these are mobile applications that you can use on your phone. So first is Rise Up Plus Recover. This app uses cognitive behavioral techniques or CBT to help those who have eating disorder monitor diet, exercise, and determine triggers. The app also has also motivational quotes and images and is only available for iOS or the iPhone or the Mac users. And next would be Recovery Records, specially geared for eating disorders. This app provides the option to meal plan, meal log, learn the coping skills, and track your activity. It is available for iPhone and Android, as you can sync the app to your dietitian. So next is Jorvi. Jorvi lets you keep a food diary, which saves you in a printable archive that you can share in the therapy sessions. Currently, it's not available for Android. So next, it's What's My M3 allows you to track your mood with 3-minute assessments while not specifically geared towards eating disorder. It can help you identify moods that may trigger your food eating disorder. The tracking is used for telling you when you need to speak with a health professional. Actually, I'm using a mobile application for diet. I'm actually on a calorie deficit right now because during the lockdown days, I've been eating a lot, binge eating. So like I'm on a stage where now like I'm so insecure with like my body right now. So I have this app called Health on my phone, and I use it for my calorie deficit, and I always do exercise every day. That's why you can see it on my story. So like you should really embrace your own and what you really are. And eating disorder is really one of the common these days, especially this pandemic. But you need to control it so that you wouldn't feel insecure and be confident at all times. And that's, I think, the last report. Thank you for listening.
Miss, before we end, I would like to add something sa I. Reminder lang guys, let's all practice the 10-second rule. If you don't know what that is, that basically means that if you see an imperfection in someone, if you don't think that they can fix it in under 10 seconds, then don't point it out. Because chances are they already are aware of it and are probably insecure of it. So an example would be if, for example, na baroy na. So within 10 seconds, pwede rin na ma-fix sa tao. But if you're gonna point out something like acne or, for example, they gained weight, na, if they cannot fix that in under 10 seconds. So basically, chances are, dako dyan chance nga aware na dyan sila, nga nanambok sila or na sila bugas na. So don't point it out, just be sensitive when pointing imperfections out because, you know, you yourself are not perfect. So, more na, miss. Thank you.
Very well said.